Week 14, the Miami Dolphins are hosting the New York Jets, and it all starts here. Either things end up well, or we burn it down. I'll talk about all that. What is up, Finn fans? Taking on the Jets. Another division rival game. So far, we're 2-2. Got swept by the Bills, but then we swept the Patriots. So this is a game where, should go hopefully one of the other ways. So, like usual, injury breakdown, PFF, 5 things, prediction, spiels in between, my thoughts and feelings. But I told you guys I had something planned for you at the beginning of this video, and I'm a man of my word. There was 652 people have signed up for the giveaway. Now, I will say this. One of you signed up a lot. Like 100 times, multiples of just the same person for like pages. Now, obviously, that's not fair for you to have that many chances. So everyone gets one. You only get one entry, not 100 entries. It's a little ridiculous. So I got 652 of you in here. And yes, even if you went in multiple times, you're still in there. I still have you in there. I'm not going to take you out. It's not a punishment. It's more of just a, hey, be fair to other people. So we're going to go here. I'm going to spin this to the winner. You already know by the time this video is coming out, I've already emailed you. So who is going to win the Tyreek Hill autographed jersey? And the winner is AJ Harris. Congratulations, bud. You have been emailed already, and I will be sending you your signed Tyreek Hill jersey ASAP. So, again, congratulations. So let's jump into this Mama Jam. We're going to start with the injury reports, and the Jets are banged up. Oh, hello. Let me do the Jets favor. Like Lazard and Schweitzer. Full, right? I'm gonna do a little bit of this, but look at that. Look at the do not practices. Now, again, there's practice today, and we'll get a better idea. So you'll probably get a video tomorrow giving you an injury update. But Sauce Gardner is leaning towards not playing. He didn't practice for 2 straight days, has a hamstring injury. Breece Hall also didn't practice for 2 straight days, dealing with a knee injury. CJ Mosley was full, but then all of a sudden did not practice, but that might just be a precautionary letting him rest type of situation. John Simpson didn't practice, but that's an illness, so he probably will go. And Vera Tucker did not practice for 2 straight days with an ankle injury. Now you have Fashanu, I don't know why I couldn't say that name, was limited, and you have Morgan Moses, who went from did not practice to limited, and then you have their cornerback Stiggers, who was limited. But the big ones is Sauce Gardner and Breece Hall. From what I'm hearing, Sauce Gardner is not going to play, and Breece Hall is, again, not going to play, which would be huge for the Miami Dolphins. Speaking of them, this is the Dolphins. It looks bad, right? It looks real bad. But look at this. Kendall Fuller, full participant. Blake Ferguson, full participant. Alec Ingold, full. Jordan Poyer, full. So let me just do a little bit of that. Bring it down. You can see me a little bit. The only did not practice is Teron Armstead. And again, it's just him getting rest. But you have Bradley Chubb and Cameron Good limited. Now, I doubt they'll play. I think we'll see them against the Houston Texans, which is what we desperately need, especially against CJ Stroud and their offensive line, which is kind of struggling a little bit. But everyone else is, it's like a rest. It's, Benito Jones with a back, Cater Kohu dealing with a back injury. I'd be surprised if we don't see Cater. Kendall Lamb dealing with a back elbow. He said he's probably good to go, but again, the way I saw him play against the Green Bay Packers, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with him out there. Raheem Mostert, hamstring from Anthony Walker Jr., Isaiah's win with a quad knee. So it's nothing really worrisome here. Our starters are going to play. It'd be nice to see Chubb out there, but I think we're going to have to wait another week to get Bradley Chubb out there. But if the Dolphins lose this one, he probably won't play because there'd be no point. Let's look at the breakdown, baby. We'll start with the Dolphins defense versus their offense. You look at the Dolphins, they have the 7th ranked defense. They have the 9th ranked passing defense, the 9th ranked rush defense, the 14th ranked scoring defense, 29th in sacks. That is horrible. It needs to be much better. Third down defense is 7th, and takeaways is 22nd. That needs to be better. You're facing offense that is not good. Not good in that Jets offense. 31st ranked total offense, 23rd passing offense, 29th rushing offense, scoring offense is 26th. Sacks allowed is 13th, which isn't bad. Middle of the pack. Their offensive line is actually doing a little bit better. Same thing with their third down offense and their giveaways. They don't tend to turn the ball over, top 10 there. And then you flip it on its head. The Dolphins offense is ranked 19th. Again, you got a huge sample size of Tua not being there because, again, with Tua back, he's actually been playing really, really well. I think he has, 12 or 13 touchdowns to 1 interception. 18th passing, because I think, let me go back in my notes. This is why I write everything down. If we go back to before he was injured, where the ranking was when he first started. Hold on, it's there. I'll get to it. I promise. Here we go. So they had the 22nd ranked offense, which is now 19th, went up by 3. They had the 27th passing offense, it's now 18, went up by 9. They had the 11th rushing, that went down. That needs to be better. And the 32nd scoring, which is now 24th. So obviously him coming back was a big addition. Sacks allowed 19th. Third down offense is 11th and giveaways is 10th. You do a little bit better with those giveaways, especially the fumbles. Then you're facing a good defense. 3rd total defense, 2nd in passing. They suck at running, though, with 20th. Scoring defense is 15th. Sacks is 5th. They love to get after the quarterback. Third down defense is 15th, but they can't force any turnovers. So it's a tale of two halves. I think, our bad defense against their bad offense is going to be, something, and then our good offense against their good defense is going to be something. And I feel like that's where the game really comes down to. Then we go to our favorite thing, and the thing I love to sing all the time, every day, PFFF, bum, 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 bum. Now, again, I like using this PFF because it kind of gives us an idea of who's going against what and doing what and where. These grades you could take with a grain of salt because they grade them differently than anyone else probably would. So you look here and you look at the offensive line. Here's your problem if on the Dolphins, the guards. And I have a stat that I'll show you. Screw it. I'll show you right now. You see right here. This is where pressure is coming from, percentage of total pressure for each position group. You look at the Dolphins, right? 0 pressure coming from the center, about 43% of the pressure coming from the tackles. 57% of the pressure is coming from the guard position. That is incredibly high. It is the highest among all guards in the NFL, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Our guards are the problem. So again, you come here. Oh, nope, this one. You come here and you look. The guards are the problem. Now you got Jonnu's up there. Now it's the 5th ranked tight end in their PFF. Tyreek Hill has been non-existent. Is there some other things going on? Possibly. Devon Achane, 12th. Tua's 23rd. Odell, you can take him out of there. It should be Craycraft. And obviously we've seen Malik Washington. Jalen Waddle always feasts against the Jets just like he does against the Patriots. And you look at this defense, their safeties aren't scary. Sauce isn't going to play. Reed is banged up. Williams is going to be a torment, especially for our inside guys. They also have Hassan Reddick. Their linebackers are good. Sam McGuavin. I didn't know Sam McGuavin was on their team. That makes me sad. It makes me sad. This is the problem. It's the trenches. And again, we get to the 5 things. There's something we need to do that involve their trenches. And then if we flip it on their head, Look at our defense. Now we're getting better here. Chop is starting to come into his all. Sealer, Campbell. Agba's dealing with the torn pec. He's been kind of disappearing. Jalen Ramsey's having a fantastic year, except for when he got run over by Kraft last week. Facing Wilson, very good receiver. Adams, he's good as well. You got Rodgers, isn't good. Halls might not play. The interior of their offensive line is good, but Tucker is banged up. Tippin has been dealing with some snapping issues. If you watch the last game, dealing with an injury here, they're banged up on that offensive line. But Conklin is probably someone you're going to really have to keep an eye on, because is he going to be a torment like all tight ends are for the Miami Dolphins? Our safeties suck. John Holland, you're probably dealing with something. You're probably banged up, but you just haven't been good this season. Jordan Poyer shouldn't be on the team anymore. Caterco, who's dealing with a bad injury, but he's also been bad. We're getting Fuller back, which is good. I do like our linebacking core. They just need to do better at covering the tight end. Do I think our defense can win this matchup? To me, the biggest one is this matchup, our offense versus their defense. But we're home, so if we could start scoring and moving the ball, I think that would be huge in getting us on the way to hopefully a dub. So we are going now into the 5 things that the Miami Dolphins need to do if they want to beat this New York Jets team. And this is a big game. It's not a big game in our playoff hopes. And again, I made a video talking about the playoff chances, and I'm going to do it again to give you guys an update on our percentages and all that other garbage. But our playoff chances and all that stuff. And I reiterate it time and time again that I'm doing this for fun. I'm also doing this because people want to know. And I also don't think we'll make the playoffs. So blah, blah, blah. And then people in the comment section are like, this is a waste of time. Why would you do this? Da, 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 da. Why would you think we're making the playoffs? Da, da, da. And I'm like, I just sometimes wish people would watch the video before they comment, because everything that you're berating me with in the comment section, I am answering throughout the video multiple times. So big pivotal game, and I'll tell you why when I make my score prediction, but we're jumping into this thing again, not from most important, least important. It's just me doing my research. Number one, you got to run the ball. Got to keep their offense off the field. Got to make their defense tired. They got a very good defense. They got a very good front seven. We got to run the ball. 91 missed tackles by that defense, 4th most in the NFL. Take advantage of that. You have some very good running backs. Even with Raheem Mostert having an off year after having 20-something touchdowns, you still have some good running backs. Ingold will be in there and be healthy. Take advantage of that. You're home again. I'll say it again. Home. Take advantage of all that. You should run the ball, run it down their throats, involve the play action, all that stuff, and just tear them up, man. Last time we played this defense who had Sauce Gardner, who were healthy, we dropped 30 on them. Do it again. Shut them down. So run the ball. Number 2 on my list, stop the run. Now, they might not have Breece Hall, but they still will have a good running back in Allen, who is someone that we need to watch. You don't want to have them running the ball all over us, and then all of a sudden you have Aaron Rodgers getting comfortable. The play action opens up. He starts tearing us up with his arm, even though it's probably not a fully healthy arm. Got to stop the run. Stop the run, feast off of, them being able to become a one-dimensional offense. That is also why their rush defense is so low, but their pass offense is so high. It's because a lot of teams don't throw on them because you don't need to. You just run the ball. So their passing defense is so high because they don't have a lot of yards on them because they don't got to get thrown on. You just run. I forgot what team they faced. They just ran the ball down their throats. It might have been the Colts, or one of these teams just kept running it right down their throats, down the field, score touchdowns. Do that, but also stop the run. Next on my list, better O-line play. I showed you the statistic of where our pressure comes from. I showed you all that stuff. You saw it last week. We gave up 5 sacks. 5 sacks. Kendall Lamb played so bad. The run game was non-existent because we got no push. Go watch my film breakdown from Saturday where I showed you Liam Eichenberg. When the ball snapped, he's getting pushed 2 yards back. You can't be doing that. You want to win championships. You want to see a team, and it's so funny. I tweeted this out. If you want to see a team that I'm now jealous of, I am jealous of this team. And if you would have said that to me 10 years ago, I would have laughed at you that I'm jealous of this team. I'm jealous of the Detroit Lions. I'm jealous of how they built their team. especially around their quarterback and Jared Goff. They are 12-1. 12-1. They have clinched a playoff spot. They are destroying people on offense. Their offensive line is fantastic. Their defense is banged up to all hell, but they're still winning games, going for on fourth down, giving Goff time to throw, making him look like a superstar. It's all about offensive line. It's all about the trenches. If they still had Aiden Hutchinson, they'd probably be even better than they are. So you got a better O-line play, better run game. You know, I got to push the guys. Push them. Go watch the Packers-Lions game and watch their offensive linemen come off the snap and push people forward. We're getting pushed back. Your offense can't thrive like that. You can't have long, sustainable drives like that. You can't push the ball down the field if your offensive line is getting blown back. Well, why aren't we throwing the ball down the field? Why is it screens? Why are we checking down all the time? That's why. The offensive line took a big step backwards. Why is that, Doug? It's because we don't have Robert Hunt on the right side. It's because Isaiah Wynn got injured and we didn't have him to start the season. When we had Teron Armstead, Isaiah Wynn, Connor Williams, Robert Hunt, and Austin Jackson, our offensive line was so good. It's not good. It's not good. And you might be like, well, look at the stats. Well, the stats can be misleading. You want to say that Tua beats up on bad teams, so does our offensive line. Number 4 on this list, you've got to get after Aaron Rodgers. He is not the same quarterback anymore. He is not that mobile guy who's going to beat you for big chunk yardage and break tackles. Now, he will. I'm not saying I said he won't, but he will at times. But he's not the same guy. He's not the same guy from 10 years ago. He's not that guy who's as elusive. Get after him. You got some speedy pass rushers, especially in Chop Robinson. Get some more sacks. You're facing a beat-up offensive line with the Jets. Get some more sacks in this one. And my 5th and final, show something. Just show something. And this is going to coincide with my prediction, but you got to show something here, man. There's rumors out there that Mike McDaniel lost the locker room. There's rumors out there of all this turmoil in the locker room between players, between the coach, and, you know, a lot of people are starting to come out and saying we are soft and all of this stuff. You got to show something here. Now, if you go back and watch my where do we sit at the playoffs and yada yada, and again, people commented before actually listening to what I said. The Dolphins got to win out. That's first and foremost. They don't win out. They lose one game. It's over. You can pack it in. It's done. Dunzo, bunzo, goodbye. And if you lose to the New York Jets, if you lose to this team that was up 21-7 to Seattle, giving up so many points Seattle did, and came back and won so many different games that they lose off of missed field goals, off the mistakes, off of all this stuff. If you lose to this New York Jets team, you burn it down. If the Miami Dolphins lose to this Jets team, you have to make Stephen Ross needs to fire Chris Grier that day. Plain it. I like the fact that Chris Grier is still, there, and the fact that there's rumors out there that they're going to run it back another year with Chris Grier and Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa because, whatever reason infuriates me, because Chris Grier should be gone. And why would I think that? Well, look at the Detroit Lions. 3 years. Go look at Dan Campbell and the Lions 2 years ago and look at them now. It took them 3 years to build the team that they have now, sitting at 12-1. Chris Grier's been with this team as GM, lone GM, for 6 years. 3 with McDaniel, and look where we're at. That's how you build a team. We lose to this Jets team, you burn it down. You clean house. Crossman's still here. Why? I don't know. There's a lot of people that are still here, like Poyer, like Julian Hill, that just don't make any sense to me. Why it's just Marcus May goes to the Chargers, he gets an interception. It just drives me nuts. You beat this Jets team. Now, I don't think they're going to blow them out. I wish they would, but I don't feel good about our defense, just like I didn't feel good about our defense against the Packers. I have us winning 28-20. I think we'll win, and we'll take a knee at the end of the game with an last second interception, kind of like the Raiders game. But again, we lose this game, and people thought I was negative and you seem so off, after we lost to the Titans. We lose this game, this channel's going to go dark. Now, I'm not going to curse. I won't curse. But I'm going to talk about a lot of change. There won't be a film breakdown. It's just going to be a lot of this guy needs to go, and then another video, what we need to do here. And I'm just going to I don't care that we have 4 more games left. You lose to this Jets team. That's it. That is it. Well, on that, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll give you an update on the injuries, who's in, who's out, and then I'll see you guys Sunday at 1. My dad won't be here. He's away, but I know I'll get 1,000 questions asking where he is. He won't be here. And again, shout out to AJ Harris for winning the giveaway. Email me back. Like usual, stay classy. My fans up.